Did you know that our souls are connected by fate? It's Yuno Hanaki from production Kawaii's Hanamizuki. Hello everybody and welcome to this week's Onigashima Monday. Or OniMon for short. Hello, hello, how are we doing? Oh my gosh. Today has been a very wild day. I'm glad to be here now. I would much rather be here than dealing with everything that I was dealing with earlier. Okay. Hi, Ohanaki. Hope you're doing good. So far, yeah. It was just really busy. Lots of things were happening that were, out of my control, and it was all, like, very sudden and very overwhelming. But I'm okay now, which is good. I was a bit worried for a minute there. But everything is a-okay. And you guys have me for the next couple of hours. So that's always a win, right? You can't get rid of me. Even if the world tries to swamp me in island tasks, you can't get rid of me. I'm afraid, we're here forever. Yeah. Okay, so, as you guys might have seen on my schedule and in all of the posts that I have made about it, today's topic is underrated favorites. Today we're going to be discussing what makes something underrated, and we'll also be going over some submissions from you guys that were sent to my marshmallow, and, you know, just about, like, anything else related to it. We will be discussing some of your underrated favorites, some of my underrated favorites. And of course, as is common with a Onigashima Monday, I will probably get very distracted, so I'm prepared for that eventuality too. Okay, so let's start with a more like general discussion topic. I think that's probably for the best to start out. What do you guys think makes an underrated thing? Like how would you define underrated? This is only off topic Monday, please. I'm trying to be on topic, I promise. Maybe this will be the week we're laser focused. One can only hope. It would be great to have a stream where I actually am able to stay on the topic for a whole stream, but also, where's the fun in that? Something that is overlooked or not paid attention to or misunderstood, I guess. Misunderstood is an interesting angle. I never thought of it like that, but I could definitely see why that would count as something underrated. A thing is underrated when it is provably better than the popular consensus. Oh, so you think that it's like an unpopular opinion almost? Where if everyone else says one thing, but you like your thing, that makes it the underrated thing? Something of high quality that people don't pay attention to. That's usually the definition I think of when it comes to underrated. It's like something that was really, really good but got overlooked. Either because like other things were out around the same time or because everyone was kind of more focused on X thing rather than paying attention to the Y thing. Interesting. I think all of these are pretty good definitions. I didn't because I've been so busy, I didn't really prepare too much for this discussions. This is really just kind of an off-the-cuff discussion. Underrated means that something is not as popular as you think it should be. Yeah, I agree with that too. I think a combination of that and the other one, where it was something high quality that no one really paid attention to. Overlooked is the best definition. Yeah, I think it's the closest to what I have in mind for it, at least. I think when something is underrated, like, for example, there are a lot of people that feel a particular way about certain things a lot of the time, but just because you think the opposite doesn't necessarily mean it's underrated. It just means that, like, to me at least, it's something that was really good but that nobody else really paid attention to. If we're going to use me as an example, the Tales series is actually very, very underrated when it comes to, like, the English fan base. it has, like, practically no Western fan base. I think Tales of Arise helped a little bit to put it back on the map, but, like, Tales games were underrated for a very, very, very long time. In some ways, they still kind of are. So that's kind of a good example. I believe my definition of underrated is underrated. Oh, now we're getting meta with it, huh? We're already, hitting the bricks there. I think overlooked in general because sometimes it's something that people miss about a work that shows how great it is. That's also true. Even with, like, a popular thing, people could be talking about one aspect of it, but you think that it's a different aspect that makes it great. Like, say you really like a particular video game, maybe you like it for its story, but everyone else is too busy praising its art. Like, both things are good, you know? A lot of RPGs kind of got swept under the rug. This is very true. JRPGs just don't get the love that they deserve sometimes. But I guess that's part of what my streams are here for, you know? Okay. I think that's a pretty solid definition. Let's see. I guess we can kind of start moving into discussion of everyone's, like, actual underrated things. We'll just kind of discuss it. We'll go back and forth what makes them underrated. You might be asked to defend your stance. Just because I'm curious what you think makes the thing underrated. I think the Game Boy is an underrated console. Now, does it count as a console? Or are we going to say that the Game Boy is more of a handheld device? I guess it's technically a console, but, like, I think of it as a handheld, and to that end, I don't know if I would agree that it was underrated. Like, it was pretty popular during its time. I don't really know people who didn't like it. But are we thinking about it in the context of, like, compared to modern-day consoles? What the Game Boy brought to the table was underrated? Something to ponder over. Yeah, exactly. The Game Boy was considered, like, the handheld console. I don't know if I would consider that underrated, necessarily, unless we're, like, trying to compare it to, like, newer handheld devices. If the Game Boy wasn't popular, then Pokemon wouldn't have been as big. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, too. I'm not sure if that would really count as underrated. But I guess if we're comparing it to, like, existing consoles, then we could get into a discussion about that aspect. Game Boy Micro, that is underrated. I don't even remember the Game Boy Micro. So I think that's a sign of how underrated it really was. Interesting. I actually don't know anything about it. I wasn't, like, a super big gamer for a really long time, so a lot of my experience with games is kind of a bit later in, like, the run of them, all things considered. So, like, I'm not familiar with a lot of, like, super old devices. I'll support the Micro being an underrated Game Boy. We found it. We found the layer. We found the truth to it. That came out at the end of the GBA's lifetime, so it was kind of ignored. Oh, Yeah, if it was near the end of the Game Boy Advance, then that was around the transition to the Nintendo DS. And I feel like the DS probably took, everything. It took the spotlight away real hard. Which is valid. I was also quite a big fan of the Nintendo DS. I was very excited to get one. But I didn't get one until the, I think it wasn't until the DS Lite became a thing. It was always kind of difficult to get upgraded consoles. Or, like, upgraded handhelds or anything. I had to, like, beg and plead for a very long time before I could get an upgrade. So while I was excited for the DS, I had to get a DS Lite. To that end, I don't think that the DS Lite was, or, well, the DS in general, I don't think that would be counted as underrated either. I feel like a lot of Nintendo consoles were kind of revolutionary in a lot of ways. The The regular DS was just enormous. I honestly don't remember. The only thing I really remember was the DS Lite. Yes, Nintendogs. I had the one that mostly had a lot of the small breeds. And I remember I got a book. I had like a picture book that kind of went along with your... It was released around the same time as Nintendogs, and it like gave you information about all of the dogs that you could raise in Nintendogs, and like talked about like their general temperaments and what kind of food they like to eat and that sort of thing. I had like a... I was really into Nintendogs. The PSP was a solid handheld, the DS was just too big. Ugh. Now, if we're gonna talk about something that's underrated, we're gonna have to talk about the PSP. And, like, the PlayStation Vita. Oh my gosh. I loved the PlayStation Vita. But, you know, it makes sense because I'm a big visual novel, otome game player. Lots of those games came out for the Vita. But I feel like the Vita didn't really get, like, any attention in the West. It was alive for, like, a long time in Japan, but, like, in the West, it just kind of... It, like, fizzled very fast. I bought a Vita to play the Persona dancing games. You're so valid! My case was actually the Persona 4 dancing, Vita case. I had a lot of games on it. Or not a lot, but like a solid handful, and I really liked playing them. But I ended up losing it in a move. I'm still so sad. Rest in peace is my Vita. And it had like the newest game that I bought for it, inside of it. So I lost that game too. That was so heartbreaking. I don't know what happened to it. I'm pretty sure it like never left my apartment, but when we were moving and we did the final clean out, I couldn't find it anywhere, and I was just like, where is it? Where'd it go? I was heartbroken. Devastated. My life was never the same. So that was a little bit unfortunate. Like, I found everything, like, related to it, but I just couldn't find the console itself. I still don't know where it went. But I would agree that the PlayStation Portable and the PS Vita were both very, underrated handhelds. Vita never got over its storage problems. This is true. I can't deny that. It didn't really get, like, a lot of attention when it came to, like, upgrades like that, or, like, running updates and stuff. This is true. But I don't know, the games on it were still really, really fun. And since I wasn't really playing, like, too many games on it, the storage issue wasn't necessarily a big deal to me, but I can see why that would be a deal breaker for other people. Okay, let's see. I can probably start going through the marshmallows here soon. I'll start gathering them up. I didn't take screenshots. I know I said it already, but not only did I not research, but I didn't really take the time to get screenshots of all the marshmallows, so we're gonna... I'll have to, like, do it on the fly, but that's okay. PSP was pretty popular for its ability to hack it. I think I made some decent pocket change doing that for people in high school. Oh no. I don't know if you should be confessing to that.
An offering. Thank you so much.
Oh! An offering! Raisin? Raison? I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but $10 donation, thank you! Oni Vita replacement Kickstarter. It's not a Kickstarter, but I do appreciate the donation to the cause. Maybe someday I will get another Vita. I misspelled my own name. Oh my goodness. Rest in peace. Rest in rip. You did your best. That's kind of funny. Vitas are actually getting kind of pricey last time I checked. That's a little bit disappointing to hear. guess it makes sense, though, because they're like a basically dead handheld. I guess it makes sense that most people who want them now are, like, collectors. I don't remember how much it was when I got mine. I think it was a gift, though. I don't really remember. Gosh, it was so long ago. 240 on eBay? Maybe I don't want a Vita. I don't know if I need it that bad. What the heck? That's pricey. Even the 3DS is getting expensive now. Yeah, as things get older and become more like, quote-unquote, retro, I think that causes like a price tag increase, you know? Yeah, exactly. It's like the novelty. Now that it's getting like older and older, it feels like the prices are starting to go up. Yeah, so it's now that it's becoming like rarer, it'll be harder to get your hands on it. Kind of unfortunate, really. I sold my Dreamcast for like double what I paid. Oh my gosh. Nice profit, but also wow. I'm not familiar with like the Dreamcast era. A lot of those like super old game systems I don't know that much about. Do not tell me the 3DS is retro. I will fade away into dust. I hate to break it to you, but it's getting there. Slowly and steadily. At least like the older models, you know? Like once the... It's just... The passage of time is terrible. But I've been there, you know. As an Oni. I also have been around for a very long time, so unfortunately, lots of things make me feel very old. You guys will have to suffer along with me. I know human lives are like a lot shorter though, so I feel like age impacts you guys a lot more because of that. To think my first console was the GameCube and Game Boy SP? Oh man. The Game Boy SP. I always kind of wanted one, but like there wasn't a point because I already had the Game Boy Advance. GameCube was my first like console though, so I'm kind of right there with you. The original DS is old enough to vote? No! No, how would you say that? No. The original DS can make political decisions. No. Gosh. Also, to the surprise of no one, the main reason that I got my hands on the GameCube was for Pokemon games, and then later, it was also for Tales of Symphonia. I think, like, the majority of the games that I had for the GameCube were Pokemon games, like all the spin-off games, Tales of Symphonia, and then, like, Sonic games. I had a lot of Sonic games for the GameCube, actually. Man, I love Sonic. Was Symphonia your first Tales? Yes, it was. At first I experienced it through a friend because, her older sister had the copy of the game that we were playing on, but, I got my own copy, I think, for my birthday one year, and then, it was all Jover. What Sonic games? Let's see. If we're talking about, like, GameCube, Sonic Heroes, I remember I played that one a lot. Sonic Riders, really liked Sonic Riders. Shadow the Hedgehog, that one was really fun. Sonic Adventure Battle 2? Or Sonic Adventure 2 Battle? I don't know what the order is. Battle 2, 2 Battle? Something like that? Those, yeah. I miss Sonic Heroes, bring it back. What do you mean, ew, Shadow the Hedgehog? That game was dumb, but like in the best kind of way. It was so campy, it was so cheesy. It was so like purposefully edgy. That's why it was fun. I guess that's my underrated pick. I don't know, I think Sonic Heroes might actually be more underrated than Shadow the Hedgehog. Yeah, I agree. We will not have Shadow the Hedgehog slander in this house. I do agree that it's a lot of effort to get a 100% on it, but, like, it's fun. Like, you enjoy the ride for what it is. Although I really, really liked Sonic Heroes. Sonic Heroes was the one I went back to and played a lot. Though I wasn't very good at it. Right, like, the point of the Shadow the Hedgehog game, I mean, I don't want to say this was, like, the point, like, why it was made to be this way, but the reason that it's good is because it's dumb. It makes no sense. It's so dumb, but it's so silly. I actually hate Shadow the Hedgehog more than 06. You take that back. You take that back right now. I cannot. I can't agree with that opinion. I respect you, though. Like, you're allowed to feel that way. I'm sure you probably played a version of Sonic 06 that didn't crash a lot. But, like, no? Wrong? Sorry to tell you this, but you're wrong. Favorite Sonic Heroes team? I really liked Team... I think it was Team Rose. Was that what they were called? The one that had Amy, Cream, and Big. I liked their vibes so much. They were so cute. But I also really liked, Team... Chaotix? Oh my gosh, I feel so bad. I don't remember their names. The one with SBO, Charmy, and Vector. I remember the character names more than I remember their team names. Yeah. But I really, those were the two that I liked the most. I liked them, I guess, because they were so different from Team Hero and Team Dark. It felt like they had, like, a different mission structure to them, and I really liked that. It felt like a more unique experience. Sonic 06 defense time? I mean, good luck with that. Sonic and the Black Knight was an actually underrated Sonic game. The art and music is just superb. I agree, Based, actually. I really liked the games that came out for the Wii. The Sonic Wii games were actually kind of fun. I think Sonic and the Black Knight was my favorite of them, though. I really liked the concept. But, you know, I'm kind of a dork, and I love stories and fairy tales and things like that, so the fact that it was based on the Knights of the Round Table was just kind of right up my alley. It was really fun. The games where Sonic gets isekai'd into, like, alternate universes where his friends are these characters from, like, fictional history. I don't know what it is about that, but it was awesome. The Sonic game quality may be lacking sometimes, but the songs are always bangers. This is true. Even if a Sonic game is bad, the music will last a lifetime. They've at least perfected one thing that was consistent. The Sonic Wii games, I like their looks more than actually playing them. I do think that the aesthetics were very good. Thinking about Sonic and the Black Knight, I really liked the, kind of like hand-drawn, sketchy vibe that it had in a lot of its cutscenes. I don't think the playstyle was very good, because a lot of it was motion controls, and, I don't really like motion controls in a game where it doesn't make sense to be a motion control. I remember I had such a hard time with one of these levels because, it required, like, very precise, like, moving forward with the, like, with the Wiimote, like, tilting it, like, you were holding it horizontally. I don't know how else to explain this. You were holding it horizontally, and you had to, like, flick it forward to do jumps, and I would always get stuck on this level where I had to do those jumps to, like, survive it, because the sensitivity was so bad. It was so terrible, and then I could never progress, so I'd always get stuck. Bad at video games. Who's your favorite Sonic character? Oh gosh, that's tough. I like them all very much. I was always a really big fan of Tails. I thought Tails was super cute. I like Amy and I like Cream also. That's probably why I liked Team Rose so much. Because it had two of my favorites. And I always thought they had a cute, like, big sister, little sister vibe to them. Other than that... I like them all very much, though. I think those would be the ones that I pick as, like, my top 3. The cutie ones. Did you read the Sonic comics or just play the games? I read some of the comics. Not very much, though. I wouldn't be able to tell you much about them. But I did read a few. I really like Sonic. I am passionate enough about it that I got, like, involved in multiple sides of the media. Like, I watched Sonic X as a kid. I was that kind of kid. I had to look that name up. I have never before today even heard of Cream the Rabbit, and yet I do know Charmy Bee. Interesting that you know Charmy, but you don't know Cream. I feel like Cream is more content than Charmy is. But I guess it kind of goes either way. Did you make a Sonic OC? No. At least I didn't make, like, an animal one. I think I had, like, a self-insert human OC, but other than that, I didn't really have, like, a Sonic character OC. Best character is Blaze. That's fair. I think that, like, Blaze was probably the best thing to come out of 06. Blaze and Silver. Did you want to be the human girl that dated Sonic? No! No! I just wanted to be, like, the one human that was part of their adventures. I didn't ship myself with Sonic. That was not my scene. Blaze came out in Sonic Rush, I think. Oh, I didn't play Sonic Rush. That might be why I feel like I associate her more with 06. Yuno, I come with my underrated fave. Necro Barista is a criminally underrated VN that more people should play. That's so true! I've never actually played it, but, like, I've heard a lot of good things about Necro Barista from like, a friend who played it. I kind of want to play it. I don't think I ever watched, like, the ending of it. I only saw a couple scenes, but I did really like the vibe. The atmosphere was really nice in that game. I'll probably pick that up if I could. Too busy self-shipping with Flynn. Listen, you don't have to call me out. We weren't talking about Tails, now were we? We were talking about Sonic. Also, I think I had my Sonic phase before I ended up getting into Vesperia. Like, my Sonic phase was probably, like, gone and over with by the time we were talking about Vesperia when I was young. The art and atmosphere are top-notch. Yeah! I know, like, vaguely of it because I had a friend who really liked it. I would probably play it for myself if I had the opportunity. I might look into it, actually. I'm not sure what the permissions would be like. I'll have to, like, check and see if they've ever said anything about streaming it. But that could be a fun stream game. Although I am trying to limit, like, long series. That was a direct attack. You guys are really good at that. I'm, like, not even paying attention most of the time, and then suddenly, but bam! I get hit. And I'm just like, ugh, 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 they got me, ugh! What is your opinion on self-inserting anyways? Who cares, man? Let people have fun. I did it more when I was younger. Like, I think I was more the type to self-insert when I was little. And I was, like, more infatuated with characters like that and had, like, character crushes. For me, now, I'm not as likely to self-insert as I am to, like, just get really invested in shipping existing characters within the thing. I don't really self-insert as much anymore, but, like, if you want to self-insert, who am I to judge? You know what I mean? Like, you're having fun. As long as you're not, like, obnoxious about it, who cares? But bam, 2 hours to eat Cheez-Its. I don't have Cheez-Its with me today, I just have water. So that's a win. Your forehead is so big it makes you catch all these strays. No! That's not true. It's not because of my forehead. I think I'm just a really good target ignoring my forehead. Self-inserting myself into bed, honestly me. I think I am too old to really do any more self-insert ships. I don't mind them though. Water is not a meal? I'm fine. It's not dinner time yet. I ate before this, so I'm okay. You're a good target even with the forehead. That's what I said. What's some underrated music you like? This is getting back to the topic of, I don't know if this is so much underrated as it is unpopular. But, I actually really like country music. I feel like I just exposed myself a little bit there, but, I actually really like country music. But, like, certain kinds of country music, okay? Not, like, all of it. And some of it's very, like, icky in terms of, like, messaging, but sometimes there's just a banger. Sometimes you just get hit by a song that's, like, really good. And then you're just like, alright. Acceptable. Defense time? Oh no. Look! Listen! There's some really good songs! I prefer female country artists to male country artists. I feel like female country is, like, much different from male country. I think that, like, female country songs tend to be, like, a whole different vibe, while I think that, like, country songs written by men or, like, sung by men are just not... They just aren't usually the vibe. Though I will say that they are sometimes catchier. Like, I was a big fan of Taylor Swift when she was still in her country era. When she switched over to pop, I still listened a little bit, but I really missed the country Taylor. Bring her back. I'll always listen to some Dolly Parton, but she's so popular that she probably doesn't count for this. That's true. I think, like, songs like Jolene and others in her discography are kind of, like, one of the main reasons why she's so popular. Particularly Jolene. That one, like, really took off. But I kind of, like, I grew up listening to country. My human family really likes country music, so I kind of grew up listening to it, and so I have, like, this inherent like towards it. I don't go out of my way to listen to it, though, but since I grew up listening to it, I feel like it just kind of has this place forced upon me, like a forced compartment in my brain. But yeah, I think that's probably, like, my spiciest music take, is that I really like country music. As for, like, songs, I'm, like, a really big, Carrie Underwood fan. Like I said, I liked Taylor Swift in her country era. Yeah. That sort of thing. I listened to a little bit of, like, Reba McEntire, too. Martina McBride was another big one. There was this other artist. I can't remember her name right now. But there was this, like, less popular one, like, less mainstream country artist that, I liked listening to a lot. But I can't remember her name. Ugh. It's gonna bother me. But I also can't remember the name of any of her songs right now, so I can't look her up. Ugh. Pain. I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue, I just can't remember. Carrie Underwood is a familiar name. Yeah, she was on American Idol. I don't remember if she won on the season that she was on, but she was in the top 2. I can't remember if she got first or second, but she was on American Idol, and that was kind of like what shot up her career. She did win? Yeah, I thought so too, but I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember. But yeah, I really liked her stuff. I like immediately got her first album when it came out. I think it was called Some Hearts. Yeah, I loved that album. I like repeated the CD on loop like for forever. Those songs were all so good. Bangers. And I like that as she kind of like grew into her career a bit more, she kind of like pivoted away from focusing on like the romance side of country songs. Because a lot of people think of country as like a very romance-focused genre where it's like, oh, I need me a man or I need me a girl. But she like kind of pivoted her style so that she started talking less about like love stories and romance, and she started like talking about like other stuff in her music, and I always thought that was pretty cool. Country music isn't that bad, you just have to be picky with what you're listening to. You heard of Gorillaz? I have. I wouldn't really say that I'm like a fan of them, but I have heard of them at least. Do you think that would be your underrated music pick? I feel like people know the name Gorillaz, but I don't know if they necessarily know of the Gorillaz, if that makes sense. Like it's a known name, but I don't know if everybody like knows their music inherently. Country music is just kind of corny in my experience. It can be super corny, sometimes quite literally. But like, it really depends on what you're listening to. Modern country has kind of tried to like stray away to some extent, but a lot of the like older country music is like really, really cheesy. It's very like American Pride focused a lot of the time too, and that's not really stuff that I vibe with. It could literally be a song about corn. Yes, you get it. You understand. You caught it. Gorillaz feel popular and yet at the same time they aren't. Yeah, I feel like someone else said, it kind of seems like people would know Feel Good Inc., but like, they're less likely to know more about the artist. I really think they have a cool concept though. Like as a band. I always thought that was kind of cool about them. Now you have to sing some country songs during your karaoke? Who said that I didn't already have some on my set list? Who said I didn't already have some on there? Anyways. Like, they're real artists or they're cartoon characters? The cartoon characters. I kind of like the idea of portraying, like, a story through... well, I mean, I guess that's basically what VTubers do, huh? I guess the Gorillaz are kind of doing, like, a V-singer type thing, where they have the characters portray a story and, like, lore and stuff, and then they're, like, a separate band still. Your hee is a bullet to the heart every time. Hee. Thank you. I do think I can be quite cute sometimes. Setlist spoilers, let's go. Well, I'm not telling you what songs, but there are 2 country songs. on the set list. We did talk about one of them already. Gorillas are VTubers confirmed. I mean, they're kind of like they're like a V-singer persona, I guess. V-singers are like not exactly the same as VTubers because they're more focused on, you know, singing. But yeah. I would say that they're like similar. They at least partake in virtual activities. She knows she can give big hints like that because we have no memory. Yeah, you guys are gonna forget about this by the time the stream actually happens. I already know. I already know you're not gonna remember. I have faith. I have faith in your lack of memory. Trust me. You're gonna forget. They're VTuber adjacent? Yeah, exactly. You understand. I want to listen to some Kenny Rogers now. Oh my gosh, Kenny Rogers. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. I'm actually taking notes right now. No, erase them. You don't need those. Where we're going, you don't need notes. This isn't an open book test. What about underrated anime? Oh my gosh. Good question? I think, like, I have a lot of anime that I have liked. But, I don't really know if many of them count as underrated. That's, like, the hard thing. I guess I would have to see what they were rated on, like, my anime list or something. High School DxD is Squid Girl. I came with an underrated, misunderstood anime ending that is my pet theory if we have time. Oh, interesting. Boruto is underrated? Happy Sugar Life is underrated? Hold on. Hold on. I remember my sister wouldn't let me watch Chobits when I was young. Well, that's because Chobits gets a little bit suggestive, to put it lightly. Chobits is a little... I can understand why you wouldn't be allowed to see that when you're young. Granted, I'm not one to talk because I was allowed to watch Negima. I loved Negima as a kid. I don't know if that was underrated, though. Maybe for the time it was. I think if I tried to talk about Negima nowadays, people would be like, who? Maho Sensei, Negima! Yeah, I liked Negima. Probably not the best anime to like, but what can I say? Sometimes we love trash. Samurai Flamenco is one of my faves, but I've heard so many people say it's unwatchable. I wouldn't call it unwatchable, but I remember I didn't particularly like it either when I tried it. I gave it like the good old 3-episode anime try, and I couldn't get into it. And like one of my best friends loves Samurai Flamenco, but like despite them doing their best to shill it to me, I was just like, no, I can't. The concept for it is really good though, so that it has that going for it. Did you watch Love Hina? I did not. It was only Negima for me. Who's your favorite Negima girl? Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna know her name anymore. It's been so long. All I can remember about her is that her English dub voice was Monica Rial. It was like... Was she the psychic? No. She... Oh gosh. What was her name? Ah, it's been so long. I can't remember. I feel so bad. But that one was my favorite. I think almost almost everyone misunderstood the ending to Gurren Lagann. Last episode, they lost. It wasn't a happy ending. It was the mind control device taking over. Interesting. I haven't watched Gurren Lagann, so I wouldn't know what you're talking about. I apologize. Interesting that you would interpret it that way, though. I didn't even know it had, like, a mind control device in it. Sandflam is something that really takes getting through, like, half of it before you love it. It gets awesome. Interesting. Maybe I'll have to give it another try. The last time I tried to watch it, I wasn't really, I didn't really have the patience for sitting through anime like that. I was very much, if I don't like this in a few episodes, I'm not gonna bother. Konica, you really do have a type? I feel called out. I'm not sure what that means. Because Konica was my type when I was, like, 11 or 12. I guess it really does start when you're little. Oh, no. It's so over. Occasionally old things will come out of my mouth. That's fair. I understand. Infinite Stratos. I've heard of Infinite Stratos, but I don't know anything about it. I've heard the name, though. Sandflam takes a turn a little way into it and the show becomes something else. I'm usually, like, kind of wary of shows like that. I feel like, when it, like, deviates really severely from where it starts, it's just kind of like, I'm, like, lukewarm towards shows like that because the switch needs to be something that makes sense. It's allowed to become a totally different show, but I want it to, like, make sense logically. Granted, I'm also a fan of, like, key series like Clanad and Charlotte, so, who am I to talk? Because those are series where it starts out as one thing and then it very quickly becomes not that thing. Did anyone else watch Charlotte? Is that one underrated? Did anybody else have their life ruined by Charlotte? That said, in the same season, Plastic Memories, I think that one was severely underrated. Plastic Memories, really wrecked my heart. It took my heart out and was like, do you see this? And then crushed it like a grape. Don't mention Plastic Memories. Too late. Plastic Memories mentioned. Like Charlotte Suzu channel? No, not like Charlotte Senpai. The anime itself was just called Charlotte. It starts out as like a particular kind of anime, and you're just like, yeah, okay. And then the immediate pivot, the swivel. I can already guess Yuno's favorite Charlotte character. Okay, guess. Guess, I dare you. Figure it out. Very underrated gem, but how about if my Oshi went to the Budokan, I could die happy? I never got to watch that one, but that was one that I really wanted to. Yusa or Medoki? I have to recheck these. Hold on. I'm really bad at remembering character names. It's been so long. Okay, Yusa is cute, but she was not my favorite. You are, in fact, wrong. And then Medoki. Also wrong. I don't know if you would be able to guess it, actually. I'm defeated, oh no. My favorite was actually Now. I don't know if that would be predictable for me, but It falls into my adoration of tsundere. If we guess all the characters, we'll get it eventually. No, it's okay. I'll just tell you. But yeah, Nao was my favorite. But yeah, I remember that anime season was wild because of the fact that I would end up watching like Charlotte and Plastic Memories like almost back to back most of the time. I remember that would always like ruin my life because both of them were so sad. I never expected you to be a Soon fan. I like particular flavors of tsundere, but like very particular flavors. Not all tsundere. Just some. Now happens to fall into that category. Now I'm reliving all the Plastic Memories pain. I know, right? Ugh. Plastic Memories was so good, but so sad. On the topic of tsundere, is Asuka from Evangelion yeah or nah? Probably nah. I didn't really consume a lot of Evangelion. The like one Evangelion thing that I did consume was like one of the AU manga that was like purely focused on their school experiences. And I remember in that I did not really vibe with Asuka all that much. I vibed more with Rei. And I would agree that Asuka's a little bit overrated, especially in terms of like known as tsundere characters. You mean Kaya flavored tsundere like Nishikino? Maki's okay. She's not very high up on my list. She's like neutral. Maki's alright. Kaya can have her. I didn't get her appeal either. So true. The later girl with the glasses is best girl? Yeah, I wouldn't know much of it because I wasn't really big on Evangelion. As something you will come to learn about me is that one of my least favorite genres is mecha and sci-fi. I can tolerate most sci-fi if it doesn't have mecha, but if it's mecha, I don't know what it is about it. It's just never been something that's interested me. So I usually stayed away from Evangelion because it was like a mecha series. Obviously, it's like super psychological as well. It's very much like a mental experience. But the fact that it had a lot of mecha in it and like all the stuff about the robots, I was just like, nah. Is Kaya tsundere or just full chaos? She's tsundere. She will be nice to me in private, but you're never going to see her be nice to me on streams, probably. She will avoid actually saying that she likes me, probably. But I know she does. She just doesn't like to say it ever. It will be a day that it snows in hell when she finally, says that she likes me. Negima Magister Magi was ruined in the anime version because it rebooted and the story was completely different. As for the sequel anime adaptation, the studio split up some importance. Yeah, I watched like the old anime. The one before it got rebooted, I guess. I tried to watch the like rebooted version, and I remember I don't think I liked it very much. Granted, I never finished it. Maybe I should just go back and reconsume it. There's a lot of things where like I liked them a lot when I was younger, and I wonder how I would feel about it now that I am, you know, over 200. I was just like, oh, I watched that a long time ago. Time to revisit it. See if the me that is 200 plus years old is interested in it now. I'm into historical anime, honestly, like Akatsuki no Yona. I love Akatsuki no Yona. It's really good, but I'm also really bad at anime that focus a lot on political drama. Like, I like it, but it can get a little bit overwhelming. I think that Akatsuki no Yona having the 2 seasons that it does is really good. I need it to have another season, because that's the one way I will be able to digest the political plot. I tried to read the manga. I tried to catch up on the manga, and the plot, because it was so focused on the politics, I kept getting lost in the sauce. I love lore. I love world building. But if you focus on telling me the world building through your politics, it's a little bit boring. At least for me. But I will sit through it because I do love world building. I was like that with Shirayuki Hime too. Shirayuki Hime focused a lot on like royal politics and like politics between nobles and all of this stuff, and it's good. It's still like really good, really fun like storytelling, but I don't want as much politics as much as I want the romance. I want to see the bond between the characters. I don't really want to see them be apart for like 30 chapters while they each focus on different political problems. That's not what I'm here for. What about Rurouni Kenshin? Never saw it. Yona-style Yuno fan art? Oh, that would be so pretty! Ugh, Yona is such a gorgeous protagonist. I don't like politics, but I can definitely watch the Star Wars prequels. Ugh. I can watch, like, the very first Star Wars. That's it. Star Wars was never my thing. It goes back to my, general distaste towards sci-fi. But, like, the very first Star Wars, I can watch that one. Other than that, Did you just ugh Star Wars? I'm sorry. I apologize, but I'm just not... I'm not a sci-fi girly. Star Trek over Star Wars? I never really watched Star Trek. I never tried it. No, please, don't fight me. I'm really glad that you have a thing that you like and that you are passionate about. I'm just not interested in it. I'm sorry. That's how I am with most things. Like, if you have something that you like that I don't, I'm very happy that you like it and that you are passionate about it and that it brings you joy. This just gives you more of an opportunity to enjoy your thing. I'm just not. I just chill. I'm chilling. Don't fight the Oni, you're going to lose. I don't know about that. I'm just kind of a cute little Oni. I am not very threatening. Star Trek won't make anyone who hates sci-fi love it, but it's better than Star Wars. And it's perfectly fine for people to not like sci-fi as long as they've given it a chance. I think I would agree with that. But yeah, I've never tried Star Trek. I wouldn't know if I would like it or not. Look how spiky you are. You definitely reflect damage. Spiky? It's just my horns. Lightsaber battles? That's true. I think the lightsaber battles are like a cool concept. There is something cool about like lightsabers. That was like the one thing I kind of paid attention to when it came to Star Wars. It was like the lightsabers and all the different colors and like what they meant and stuff. That was pretty neat. Other than that though, eh. That's what you're referencing, right? You're referencing Paimon? When I was still playing Genshin, I did see that part. Everyone loves lightsabers, even me. Understandable. So true. May I ask for a hot take? Yeah, sure. We'll see what happens. Let me get a sip of water. Glowy sticks are cool. This is true. What anime do you think gets too much attention? Oh. The people might hate me for this one. My Hero Academia. Goodbye. Wait, no, the people are agreeing with me. Never mind. My audience is based. I'm sorry, I couldn't get into it. I don't understand the appeal. I don't get it. It's just Marvel, but anime. Everyone who's like, this is better than Marvel, I'm just like, no, it's literally the same thing. It's just anime. You're allowed to like it if you want, though. Nami-senpai! Thank you for the raid. Hi, Hirojis. Did you guys have a good time? How was the personas? I hope Junpei wasn't too, dumb. I did see what you titled it, Nami-senpai, which is unfortunate because, Junpei is actually my favorite Persona 3 character. I guess, he's my underrated favorite. I love Junpei. He's kinda dumb, but good dumb. My boy. I apologize for him. I'm sorry that he's a little bit of a gremlin. What do you mean, why? What do you mean that's my type? Man. Anyway, I can't talk about it because Nami-senpai hasn't beat the game. I don't want to give spoilers. But anyway, yes, Junpei is my favorite. But that's because I usually tend to love the Magician Arcana characters. Yosuke Hanamura. He's so stupid. Beefcake, but with more heart than brains. Junpei is not a beefcake. Junpei is a stick. He's a little stick boy. He's got nothing going for him. You know, host the crayon eaters. Shut up! That's not true! That's incorrect! Yeah, Akihiko's the beefcake, who is also really good. I love Akihiko. Ryuji's the stupid one in P5. You like him too? From what I've seen, yes. Although, actually, I think Yusuke is my favorite P5. But I never played Persona 5, so I don't know for sure. Don't give me spoilers. Yosuke, I get. Junpei, not so much. You guys... I'm gonna have to go on a soapbox, huh? I'm gonna have to go on a soapbox and talk about why I love Junpei. But I also can't do that because you guys are watching Nami-senpai's playthrough, so I'm not gonna do that. Ryuji voiced by Sam Riegel, right? No, he's not voiced by Sam Riegel. We're in the middle of Junpei's arc, so we'll see if the newbies see the light. I hope so. I am with you. They need to see the light. They need to understand Junpei's power. The power that he holds. Ryuji is Chariot, the magician in P5 is Morgana. Really? Morgana's magician? I didn't know that. Fascinating. Who is your favorite P3 lady? Yukari. I'm really basic. Persona 3 is like one of the only games where I really liked the two main best friends. The like main classmate besties. I'm being judged for my takes on both sides. I'm sorry, man. And you have Mitsuru right there. She's fine, but she's not my type. She's definitely very pretty, though. I do understand where you guys are coming from. Time for a 600-part Persona stream? No! Yuno likes dumb boys and basic girls? No! Yukari's not basic! She has a lot of depth to her. I'm more of a Fuka enjoyer. Honestly, based. If I didn't pick Yukari, I would probably pick Fuka. I think Fuka actually was the first girl I tried to date. So you two like dumb boys? I can't deny. My track record is not the best, but I also do really like smart boys, too. I've said this before, but my taste in fictional characters is kind of all over the place, so you can't really judge it based off of, like, one or two options. If I were to gather a list of all of the characters that are my favorites in things that I like, I don't think you guys would be able to narrow down what my actual type is. Yuno's type is, like, super specific, but also no type at all. Yes! 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 You get it! You understand me! You understand where I'm coming from. It really is all over the place. I wish I could... I wish I could define it. But, like, it's definitely, like, everywhere. You know how, like... Oh my gosh, I was trying to think of a specific example. I was gonna say that it's like a scatter plot. Like, it's a chart, but it's just a scatter plot of, like, the characters that I love are, like, all over it. Yes, varied taste. That's the best way to look at it. Varied taste in boys, varied taste in girls. I can usually, and I've said this before too, but I'm usually a Dare demo in that, like, I find reasons to love, almost every character in, like, a main cast. So, like, even if I don't explicitly say they are my favorite, I'm usually twisting my arm to pick a character that I think is my favorite. Yuno's type is an RNG number, maybe sometimes. It's a box plot of husbandos and waifus. Yeah, I think a box plot is more accurate. It just feels like it's all over. Yeah, exactly. Everyone's got something that I could probably end up liking. Especially because I tend to be a bit of a completionist with games like Persona or games like, or like other games like that where a key part of the story is like bonding with all the characters. Just going down a character's story, I will usually find a way to like them. It's very rare for there to be a character that I don't like in some way. I still think it's pretty obvious who your favorite guy will be. Sometimes. I won't deny that sometimes it might be something that you could predict, but then there's other times like what happened with Charlotte where you couldn't predict it because you didn't realize I liked tsunderes. Which is something you should have found out, because I mentioned when I talked about Tales of Vesperia that I really like Rita. Come on now. Pay attention. I like how completely unlikable they are. Sometimes, okay? Like I said, sometimes you just really like trash. And I can admit when I like trash. Hello! Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. We got a little bit sidetracked because we're mostly just talking about, like, favorite, characters right now. We're not necessarily talking about underrated faves, but... Harem rom-coms are a good food. Harem rom-coms are Taco Bell tier of anime. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you can find a good one, then you will enjoy it, even if there will be pain later. That was an underrated tangent. Thanks, man. Sometimes sometimes you just need to watch some plain stupid stuff. You're so right. That's why most of the anime that I watch are like, what's it called? Like, they're kind of Iyashikei, but it's mostly like slice of life. I love like slice of life, just plain straightforward, not a lot of drama anime. Although I do like my anime with some drama too, because that makes it spicy, but I tend to go for like very straightforward plot lines a lot of the time. You're giving Taco Bell way too much credit? That is not true. Sometimes Taco Bell hits really good. It's just that there will often be consequences later. Yeah, Yashike means healing type. Yeah. I really like healing type anime. Okay. Let's, if we are going to try to get back, on topic, why don't we go check some of the marshmallows? Because you guys did submit some of your faves in the marshmallows. Let me refresh just to make sure I didn't miss any. Okay, we're good. Bum 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 bum. Alright, so... Alright, so... Boy, this first one sure is a 1. We will see how you guys feel about this, I guess. I'm not looking forward to this. Let me make a folder real quick. Sorry, I hit my mic a little bit. Okay. Oh, you guys are going to like this one. I'm just not going to like this one. Are we gonna do polls for the really good ones? We could. If that's something that would be interesting to you guys. I don't mind. Alright, I'm sorry if this comes in kind of big. It didn't come in very big. I wasn't sure. Alright, let me make this bigger. Okay. Our first... Our first... Oh, you showed up now? Have you been lurking? I'm sure you were waiting for this, huh? She signed it and everything. She doesn't have any shame. I told you guys. Okay. So, we have tomatoes, pineapple on pizza, and bullying Yuno's forehead. So what are our thoughts? What do you mean by tomatoes? Elaborate. Who said that? Do you not see the name? I'm with her on all counts. So, like... Yes, I know, you said tomatoes, but, like, what about them? Like, what about tomatoes? Like, what is your underrated favorite thing about tomatoes? It can't just be tomatoes themselves. I want to understand what you mean. Tomatoes in the period. Okay. We're not getting any answers on that one. What about pineapple on pizza? I personally don't like it because I feel like it's a weird kind of... I don't want to say acidic. That's not really it. But, like... It's like a weird texture, flavor profile thing that I don't really like. But I have tried it. I didn't like it. I didn't understand it. I don't want to say it was acidic, because I understand that people eat it this way because of, like, the complement of the sweetness, but I don't... To me, it was, like, a weird mix of sweetness and acidity that I didn't like. Maybe it does depend on the pineapple, and the kind that I had just wasn't good. You don't need to understand her food. Listen! I understand where you're coming from is all I'm trying to say. It's just that I didn't like it. If you want sweetness on your pizza, add onions or peppers. Yes, exactly! I would rather have a pizza with onions. We need to know the lore behind the pineapple pizza. I don't know if there's lore. Someone was just like, what if I put pineapple on this? And then they did. To be fair, pineapple on pizza can be very bad depending on how much juice the pineapple did or didn't have. You want them to be dry enough to caramelize, but not dry out totally. Interesting. Never thought about it like that. I don't like it, but hating it is a meme. That's true. I think the aggressive hatred towards pineapple on pizza is the thing that's overrated. I actually think it's underrated to just not like the pizza a normal amount and not make a big deal out of it. It's not my thing. Like, I don't like it, but I'm not gonna make a big stink out of it. I'm just like, it doesn't belong there. It's nasty. But I'm just like, whatever, you do you. Alright, and we don't have to elaborate on the third one, right? We don't have to elaborate on that one? Because it's wrong? I don't know why that's one of your favorite things. Find a new favorite thing, please. Tomatoes. I've had bananas and oranges for pizza too. What? Huh? Really? Fascinating. I guess bananas is okay, because I know there are some people who like bananas and cheese. I couldn't do the oranges, though. I've said it before, but orange stuff makes me kind of sick. Orange stuff would make me kind of sick. I'd get kind of icky. The smell of oranges in particular is very bad. It like triggers my nausea. So I can't do it with oranges. I guess maybe I would be open to trying the bananas, but that's also very bizarre in my head. My brain just like strongly associates pizza with being savory unless it's explicitly a dessert pizza, like a cookie pizza or something. Other than that, I can't think about it having like fruit on it. Huh. Banana and anchovy pizza is a Norse thing. Ugh, anchovies. Fried bananas with refried beans and cream is a common dish in Mexico. Interesting. Take out the refried beans and I would probably enjoy that because it's bananas and cream. No refried beans though. That sounds not pleasant to my taste buds. But as we know, I am a bean hater, so that is why. Anyways, we're not elaborating on the third one. Great job, team. The beads stay in? No, they don't. Take them out. I don't want that. Okay. Let me get this one. Bum, 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 bum. Some of you guys were very brave to sign these. I don't actually think the takes themselves are that bad. It's just... I am impressed that you were willing to sign. But the forehead is such a deep and large topic. Shut up! No. I'm sorry! You're allowed to have all the refried beans that you want, but I can't eat beans, I'm sorry. It's part of my Oni genetics. Being an Oni means that if I come close to or I try to consume any beans, I just get, like, very sick. It's not good for me. They're yucky. Icky, yucky, not good. Okay, this one's a little bit bigger. So this one's gonna load in big for sure. Yeah, this one's a bit longer. Okay, so I can't bean leave it. Bruh. I love beans, but I would throw them out for Yuno. Thanks, man. Just don't throw them at me, okay? Promise me you won't throw them at me. Anyway. So here is this one. I don't know if underrated is the word to describe it, so much as it is pretty niche, but my favorite anime ever is Aria the Animation. It's an Iyashikei, not isekai, slice-of-life anime about the life of an apprentice gondolier on a terraformed Mars. Despite it being my favorite anime, I don't know if I could ever recommend it to anyone who didn't already like it. It's an incredibly slow-paced, character-focused anime with no action, but amazing visuals, and each episode is a message about enjoying the small beauties of life to go with an amazing soundtrack. I've rewatched this anime quite a few times, and it's helped me get past a few dark times. I've actually heard a lot of good things about Aria the Animation. I have a friend who really likes it. She talks a lot about the music from it. Apparently it's got a lot of good music. She's a big fan of Yui Makino, and I hear that Yui Makino does a lot of the singing for this show. I don't remember if she voices Aria or if she's just another one of the major characters and does a lot of the singing, but I've been wanting to try it because I do really love slice of life anime like this. It sounds very slow-paced and, like, kind of cozy. That vibe sounds nice. I may not be able to get past the no action bit, and that's understandable. The point of an Iyashikei is that it, like, kind of tries to avoid a lot of, like, conflict and action in favor of being something, like, relaxing. It has the animation in the title, but it's not R18. Yeah, a lot of older anime do it like that. Like, for example, the OVA for Tales of Symphonia is called Tales of Symphonia the Animation. I think Aria the Animation is kind of on the older side. So, that's why it's titled like that. But yeah, I've heard really good things about it. I heard the atmosphere was, like, really nice. Been meaning to check it out someday. I don't have a lot of time. I'm so busy. Tasks on Onigashima keep me so busy, man. I had to, like, beg and plead for the Oni to give me time to, do OniMon today, because we've been so busy. Yeah, the Tales series has multiple anime. Tales of Symphonia has an OVA. We also have Tales of the Abyss, which has a longer series. And then we have Tales of Vesperia, The First Strike, which is a movie that's like a prequel to Tales of Vesperia. And we have Tales of Fantasia has some OVAs. Tales of Eternia, I think, also has OVAs. There's a few. I did beg for your sakes. I really wanted to be here. I know I joke about you guys causing me a lot of stress and everything, but I am really happy to spend time here. It's like a better form of relaxation compared to what I was dealing with today. I'm really glad to be here. So thank you for putting up with me as always. Tales of the Fairy is underrated. Fairy Tale. I never tried Fairy Tale. That one never caught my eye. We don't cause stress, we improved. I'm joking when I say that you guys stress me out. I hope you understand that. It's just a little bit of bants and goofs. I'm just here to be a little silly. You put up with us more than we put up with you. Thanks, man. I love the anime where there's the art of the Sword Online, Sword Art Online. I'm kind of a fan of you guys trying to explain your anime like this, and then saying the title at the end. It's kind of silly. But yeah, I think we can all agree that Aria, the animation, while it is probably underrated, because I don't really hear that many people talk about it, like before this, I'd only heard my one friend mention it, ever. I think we can agree that it seems like something that is worth trying. So thank you for sharing your underrated favorite with us. And thank you to Kaya as well, I guess, for sharing your underrated favorites. Though I don't think they're that underrated. Whatever you say, man. I love the anime where the diaries tell the future. Heck yeah. Okay. Alright, next. This one actually made me so excited. I like lost my mind because I thought I was the only one who felt this way. So whoever sent this, because this one's not signed, whoever sent this, I hope you know that I appreciate you very, very much. Let me load it in. The tone change is so messed up. No, you. Okay. Dot Hack is so underloved nowadays. It had such a lasting impact on games and anime as a whole, but it's barely had any new content or attention in like a decade. At one point, we had a whole release of the trading card game for it. It's such a shame that the original games are so expensive now, but I do hope more people get the chance to experience the series at some point, either through the games or the anime. Dot Hack changed my life. It was another like formative series for me. I read a lot of the manga. I was obsessed with Legend of the Twilight. I really loved GU. Such good taste. I read the light novels for the original Dot Hack too. I read the light novels, the ones where the POV was by Black Rose. I loved those. Such a good series. This isn't mine, but I would have sent Dot Hack if I did. Some of my favorite games. Yeah! Like, I totally forgot that, like, it meant so much. But then, like, man. Dot Hack was the original stuck in a game anime? I think so. I know it, like, was one of the first to, like, really popularize the genre. Dot Hack knew when to quit. It said all it wanted to say and decided to bail out before getting bad. I suppose that's a good way to look at it, too. But no, I agree that Dot Hack is, like, so unappreciated. I heard a rumor. I don't know how true this rumor really is, but I heard a rumor that there was a plan for the upcoming anniversary, that there was going to be something new. Someone, like, looked into the code on the website and saw that there was, like, a hidden message about, like, one of the hidden forbidden domains, which is kind of interesting. I don't know if it's going to be a new game, but it seems like they're planning a something. But yeah, I really liked Legend of the Twilight. I really liked Dot Hack Roots was another thing that I really liked. Yeah. I really liked Dot Hack. It was so good. I would agree that it is underappreciated. I think more people should be willing to look into it, especially if you do like something like Sword Art Online. Dot Hack isn't really isn't like a harem in the same way that Sword Art Online is. It's very much more like story driven and like very specific relationship driven. But I think it's definitely worth your time if you want to get into it. My only exposure to the franchise is the Dot Hack Sign anime I watched as a kid. I have a memory about a girl making a big deal about not liking lettuce or something. I don't remember a lot about Sign, but I was a big Legend of the Twilight, and then Roots, which led to my love of GU. Those were kind of my main ones. I think Arya the animation is underrated. Yeah, we just finished talking about that one. But I think we agreed that a lot of us are willing to try it. I didn't realize a lot of people in my audience were into Ayashike. I know that I am catering to the right people. Sorry for the slightly off-topic question, but are you a Hitalia girl? No. Of all of the things that I was glad to avoid, I'm glad I never got into Hitalia. I did not understand the appeal. Everyone around me loved Hitalia, but I was like, no. Nah, I'm good. I did not like it. I tried it, don't get me wrong. I watched maybe like 4 episodes. I didn't like it at all. I was just like, this is silly. What's the point? And then I didn't watch anymore. And I promptly forgot everything about it. So no, not a Hitalia girl. I was not a Hitalia girly. Was not into that. If Yuno had Hitalia brain rot, we would have found out before. Now it leaves scars. You're so right. I feel like the people I know who did like Hitalia, their whole, like, brain chemistry was altered. My understanding is that the appeal is mostly yaoi bait. Was that the point? I just thought it was, like, thinly veiled propaganda. Nah, I don't... It didn't make sense to me. This is silly. Why are all the countries dudes going back to Tales Up? I don't think that was my reasoning. I didn't really mind that it was an all-male cast. I just didn't really understand the appeal of, like, the overall humor. I was just like, nah, I don't know. I don't know about all this. But yeah, not a Hitalia girly. Thank you for the question, though. Anyways, back to the topic of this. Dot Hack good. I don't know if I could get permissions to play the games. I know that we have the GU games on Steam, so maybe those could be a possibility in the future, but I would probably have to, like, maybe we would just watch the anime or something. Like, we could watch Roots or whatever. Maybe. I'll think about it. None of these states look like Flynn. That's not true. There were plenty of blondes. I just wasn't interested in it. According to my phone, this stream began 20 hours ago. Oh my gosh. Well, 20 hours. I guess it might have been around when I put up the waiting room. But I have not been streaming for 20 hours. I replayed them all last year. It took a while. I can imagine. Your want to stream list keeps growing longer. Well, luckily, we have a lot of time to be together. I don't know if you haven't noticed, but I've only been here like a month. We have plenty of time. Plenty of time to get to everything we're talking about. It's a bug we're all getting? Oh gosh, really? When you started, it said you'd been streaming for 18 hours? Could you imagine? Could you imagine me having talked about, like, this particular topic for 18 hours? That's hilarious. A month already? Yeah! This week it will be our 1 month. You are in fact here forever. You're capable of pulling that off? Oh my gosh. Thank you for the vote of confidence? Question mark? It was only a month, but it feels like you've been here since forever. Oh, thank you. Honestly, I feel like I've been here for a long time, too. I feel like I fit right in. I'm still trying to figure out my strengths and everything, but, it has felt really nice being here. But I don't want to get too sappy. I want to actually wait for the 1 month stream. I have to wait. I can't get sappy yet. I get the feeling that Yuno has some sort of math formula she just processes everything through to decide if she likes it or not. It's like her memorized form of the quadratic equation. Well, while it may not be like a math formula, I do think that, like, I think about the media in my head and I run through my mental checklist of things that I like in a media, and then, that is usually what determines it. If it has more check marks than X's, then I will probably consider it. Yay! Just do a 12-hour Tales Zatsu, sleep for 30 minutes, then do another day-long Zatsu. Why am I only allowed to sleep for 30 minutes? Can't I have more sleep than that? Please? I look forward to these Monday chats, and I've been enjoying all of your streams. We will get sappy at the 1 month anniversary. Oh no. Please don't get sappy. I will cry. I'm not built for that. I'm a very sentimental Oni. I don't know if you guys have been able to tell. I think it comes from the territory of loving writing as much as I do. But I'm very, like, sentimental, and I'm very prone to, getting in my feelings about a lot of things. So if you guys start getting emotional, I'm gonna get emotional. And we're gonna be going back and forth, screaming and crying at each other, and I don't know if we're ready for that. I don't know if the world is ready for that. 31 minutes, take it or leave it. Fine, 20 minutes. Why is it less? I want more! This union sucks. Where are my rights? I demand my right to get some sleep. I'm a very sleepy Oni. What was that sound? I heard something slam. Huh? Weird. Rights? Yes, I want rights. Where are my rights? The union? the Unonian? The Unonian? I don't know how we would do that. No sleep, but you will get 4 cans of beans every day. This sucks! This union is not good. That is the exact opposite of what I want from my union. Please. It's me, I'm outside your door. Can you not body slam my door, please? Man. You're not human. Unions are for humans only. That is not true. I'm going to convince the Oni to unionize. We deserve it. Don't tell her not to do something, she will do it to spite you. You're so right. You and what other Onis? There's plenty! Man. Anyway. Let's move on to the next, underrated favorite. Please consider consuming .hack. Although we might do a .hack anime watch-along in the future if I can figure out the best way to do it. Also, we would probably watch Roots because that one is my favorite. Okay. Let me save this. Bum, 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 bum. Yugins are people who like beans. Somehow I don't feel like that's true. I don't think that's correct. I appreciate you for trying, though. Okay. On the topic of underrated things, here is one of my favorite RPG series. It's called Etrian Odyssey. Oh my gosh, this is so long. I'm covered by your talk about Etrian Odyssey. It's a series of first-person dungeon crawlers with turn-based combat. It started on the DS and was ported to the Switch and PC. I started with the 4th game, and it is one of the greatest RPG experiences ever crafted. I've spent thousands of hours in these games. Stop yelling about where I went. I'm literally behind the image. Peekaboo. I'm still here. I'm just hidden. I spent thousands of hours in these games. It nails all the tiny details that make an RPG fun. The artwork is unique and interesting. The soundtrack is a certified bop. Imagine slaying a rat while an orchestra backs you up. The combat is snappy and easy to pick up, but challenging. The party system encourages experimentation. Dungeon exploration is actually fun. Did I mention lore? It has a lot of lore. They made drawing a map on a DS touchscreen addicting. Like how? If you ever get the chance, I would highly recommend checking these games out. It's a wonderful blend of retro and modern RPGs. Thank you! I appreciate the suggestion. I've heard the name Etrian Odyssey, but I honestly didn't know anything about it. But it got such a glowing review, I'm actually kind of tempted to look into it more. It's a good thing Yuno's forehead can serve as a bulletin board, please. You guys are so silly. Not the object permanence again. Here I am. It's okay, guys. I didn't go anywhere. How many times do I have to teach you about the concept of object permanence? Please. Yeah, I've noticed you don't. Sometimes you don't even remember the word. The object permanence never leaves, unlike Yuno. I didn't go anywhere! I was literally talking the whole time! I showed you where I was! Please. They're dungeon crawlers with the main gimmick being that you have to draw your own maps. They're quite good but kind of grindy. Oh! That reminds me of, Persona Q a little bit? Where, like, you kind of could, like, draw your own map for the labyrinth? I remember that kinda. Similar vibe, almost. I thought the submission was talking. You guys are children. Please. Behave yourselves. Man-made bullet points very based. So true. The map drawing is somehow the best part of the game. Oh! Persona Q is an Etrian spin-off? I don't know about that. But that's just what I thought of because that's a game where I, had to draw a map. Or at least, like, draw a path. Persona Q is just EO with a jazzy coat of paint, basically the same game. Really? If it is that similar, then maybe I would try it, actually. I didn't know that. I was just drawing a comparison based on something I had played before. Really? It was the same dev? Wow. I guess my, I fired on all synapses and I managed to make a connection that actually makes sense. Good job, me. Pat, pat, pat. I'm, like, patting my shoulder right now. If that's the case, I really did like Persona Q, so maybe I would like Etrian Odyssey. I might have to look into all of that. Etrian Odyssey gets more in-depth to the mechanics. I will at least consider it. I want to, like, look into it a bit more. Even if it doesn't end up becoming something I stream, I would at least, like, try it off stream and talk to you guys about it. Are you still looking for one-off stream game suggestions? I only recently saw your community post since I guess YouTube didn't notify. Yes, I actually am. I started working on my schedule for next week already. I've been puzzling over it. I've been humming and humming. If you have suggestions for one-off games that I can play on stream without it becoming another, like, super long series. Because right now, Symphonia has that spot. If you know something that could be a little bit shorter, then please give a suggestion. I would love to consider. Still would 100% recommend Just Shapes and Beats. I did look into that one. That might be a bit hard because it's like a music-based game, but I will have to like look and see if it has specific permissions. Play Symphonia 5 times a week, you guys. I understand that you like that I'm passionate about Symphonia, and I am very passionate about Symphonia, but we do gotta think a little bit about the variety. I can't be all Symphonia all the time. We gotta change up the flavor. Any specific genre you'd want? I guess I'm kind of willing to take anything. I want it to be something that is short, ideally. Nothing that would take longer than like 3 streams-ish to beat. I would prefer if I could get it done in like 1. But yeah. Play Considerate. It is 30 minutes long. Ooh, that could be a fun one. A bit of an oldie, but a classic. Necrobarista isn't too long if you can get the perms for it. Oh! Maybe. That would be a lot of reading, though. And sometimes Symphonia streams are also a lot of reading. You're right, we gotta play the other Tales games. My whole schedule is just like... Monday, OniMon. Tuesday, no stream. Wednesday, Tales of Symphonia. Thursday, Tales of Vesperia. Friday, Tales of Arise. We call it the melatonin sweet spot. Ideally, yes. You know Valorant training arc incoming? Oh no. I don't think I would be good at games like Valorant. Have you played Inscription? I have not. Bastion or Transistor, I think, are short ones. Oh yeah, you guys were saying the Supergiant games would be good. I have to see if we have perms for any of them already. I will have to do some digging. Hopefully we do. If not, I will have to put in a request for them. But yeah, I would love to play those. I'm really looking forward to watching this Tales channel. No! My brand! My brand is becoming all Tales. Nami played them, so you should. Oh, okay. If one of the other talents played it, then it's probably okay. I will double check just to make sure, though. Could do a one-off Pokemon Unite stream. Oh. I actually do really like Pokemon Unite. It's a guilty pleasure. I'm a very sweaty Glaceon player. Just a little bit sweaty. I really like playing Glaceon. Glaceon good. Sorry, that's a dark secret that's been targeted. That gremlin laugh. Sorry, the little gremlin creature inside of me woke up. Glaceon got a buff in the patch today. Really? For real? Promise? Do you promise? Do you promise? Do you promise me? If I was gonna open up the game after this stream, do you promise me? My perfect baby got a buff? Let's go. Pokemon Unite with chat as a membership stream once memberships are open? I would have to see what the perms are like. Pokemon games and, like, other Nintendo-type games are a little bit, iffy with permissions and, like, monetization and the like. I would have to double-check some stuff. But that could be fun. I do actually really like Unite. You guys could carry me. You guys could carry me to victory. Just kidding. I'm actually like, I am really good at Glaceon, but I'm like, I can't really play any of the others. I can maybe play Pikachu if Glaceon ends up not being available, but other than that, I'm not very good at playing the other Pokemon. But I want to look into it now that I know that you guys are interested, because that could be a fun, not just members only, but maybe I would open it on like a public stream at some point too. Maybe. I'll have to look into that. Flexing the Glaceon, you love to see it. I started playing the game around the time Glaceon came out. I think that was when I started. Yeah. I worked very hard to unlock her, and then she became my main, and I was not able to play anybody else. We should play together. I play Dragonite. Yeah, we should. Yeah. That would be fun. You're gonna make me have to download it again? Good. Let's go. We're building a team. Ranked matches to Masters rank? I think I would probably do ranked by myself, but who knows, maybe. We'll experiment. Are we close on the memberships? We are pretty close. There's some like remaining things that have to be handled first, but we're basically there. There's like just some other stuff that has to be taken care of before we can like fully start going forward with it, but we are basically there. Thank you guys so much. They're not enabled yet. There's some stuff I gotta take care of still.
Thank you so much.
Something tells me this isn't correct. Bandai Namco, thank you for the $5 donation. Dear Yuno Hanaki of Production Kawaii Hanamizuki, we Bandai Namco are interested in forming a partnership where we brand you a Tales of ambassador and you stream the Tales of series every day of the week. We look forward to your response. I don't know about all that. I think that we have a case of an impersonator. I think there is an imposter in our midst. Where's the Amogus sound? A mongoose. Or I guess if we're talking about Pokemon, Amogus. I would ask for more than $5 to be an ambassador. That's why I said it's sus. I was just like, I don't know. I think Bandai Namco has more than $5 to buy an ambassadorship. Crazy. A mongoose. Okay. But yeah, we are really close. I humbly request that you be a little bit more patient. It will be worth it. We just gotta work a little bit harder. Okay. Next, Mallow. Thank you again for your passionate discussion of Etrian Odyssey. It is definitely something I will consider. I love when Marshmallow just freezes. There we go. Okay. Grabbing this one. For real, we're working so hard right now? Yeah. The membership or the Tales of Ambassador official stream? I mean, in an ideal world, I would love to work towards that too, but No, I was talking about memberships. But we really are working so hard, so thank you for your ongoing support. Hang tight. We're doing the best that we can. Okay. My underrated favorite is airline food, especially the random side dish gocha. No idea why it has such a bad reputation. If there was the option, I'd order double portions every time. Only applies to international flights, of course. Some domestic flights in any country, they serve garbage. So, I was banished to Onigashima a very long time ago, as you guys know. I have actually never been on a plane because of that. We don't really have them on Onigashima because the island is, like, just small enough that we can travel to most places without really needing it. But it's still pretty big. That said, we just don't really have planes. So I've never really flown. So I can't comment on this one. I've never experienced airline food. International airplane food can be really good sometimes. It's very hit or miss. I see. I guess it depends on where you're flying to, maybe? Like, it influences the quality of the meals? What's the deal with airline food? I understood that reference. But yeah, I really don't know that much about airline food to have an opinion on this. Onigashima is a real place? Yeah, duh. I live here. I'm literally here right now. Generally, it's not very good in my experience, but I've not done a ton of international travel. I wonder if the person who had this opinion is still around. Are you here to explain your stance, friend? It's okay if you're not. I understand not wanting to reveal yourself. I've only taken short flights, so I never get dinner. I've only flown domestically, and those just have TV dinners. But yeah, I really wouldn't know. I'm just kind of like, I can't comment on this. I guess I got your lore mixed up or confused because I thought Onigashima was where you were banished from. No! I was banished from my village and sent to Onigashima as a punishment for my actions. So now Onigashima is where I currently live. I imagine the airline is important too. Good airlines tend to have better food. Oh, I don't really know the difference between airlines either. Stuff that I just don't understand, I suppose. You did something bad? Well... It's not really something I want to go into detail about, but yes, I did anger somebody, and they organized a mob that chased me out of my village. And that's how I was banished. The Bean Mafia. It wasn't the Bean Mafia. It was not. Hope you can return someday. I mean, I don't. It's been like over 200 years, man. Do you really think that there's anything left? If I went back, it would just be a bunch of people I don't know. Right? I don't see a point in any of that. I haven't submitted anything because of time constraints. Can I submit something or ask here? You can ask here if you want. Or you can submit it. It's whatever. We've all just been talking about our underrated faves here for the most part. Up to you. Okay, well, I think we have discussed airline food. I can't really say anything one way or the other because of my lack of consumption of it, so... yeah. Okay. Next Mallow. Although... I feel like this one's kind of obvious. Underrated video game, in my opinion, Ghost Recon Future Soldier. I vaguely know the name Ghost Recon, but I don't know anything about a game. Something underrated? Air Gear. Oh, I've heard of Air Gear too! I don't know that much about it. There's so many things that I, like, recognize by name, but then I don't actually know that much about them. It makes me feel kind of bad. I guess that's kind of a sign that they're underrated, though, huh? That I, like, recognize the name, but I can't, say anything about what it actually is. Something underrated, Yuno Hanaki. That's true. Gosh, I'm so underrated. It would be really great if I could become overrated someday. If there is ever a day where someone's like, ew, you watch Yuno Hanaki? She's such an overrated VTuber. I feel like I won, honestly. I think that would be a victory. How bad a cook do you have to be to love airplane food? Oh, is it good for people who can't cook? Then I might like it. But like I said, I wouldn't know because I've never flown. Anyways... I think this one is pretty obvious, but we're gonna go through it anyway, in the spirit of, you know, the vibes. Everyone's allowed to shoot their shot. Hope you don't forget us when you're famous. I could never. All of my Damadachi are very important, big or small. Okay. Alright. I'm about to disappear again. Just so you guys know, I am behind the image. I'm not going anywhere. I am still here. I'm just behind the image. Okay? I'm not going anywhere. Stop saying goodbye! Stop saying you know to! I'm not even gone yet! I'm just telling you I'm going! Please! Maybe next time you shouldn't write such long messages. Nerds? Anyways. Submission for the underrated favorite things. IDK how specific you wanted it to be, so just gonna list a couple things. Guys, I told you! I told you where I was going! Stop! Please! No more you know too! I'm literally right here! Guys are so silly. I can't go anywhere. Wall of Text is my favorite VTuber. Honestly, that would probably be my rebrand. I would just rebrand as a literal book, forcing you guys to learn how to read. Please. Object revolution. It's object permanence. Oh my gosh. Okay. Please don't leave us again. Ugh. Alright. I have a solution. Is this better? Do you like it that I'm in front of it now? Do you like that you can see me? Is this better for you? Yes? Okay. Alright. Then we're doing it like this. It's just so dumb. Now we're gaming? Okay. Alright, we're doing it like this then. Can't see it? I'm literally not even that big in comparison to it. I'm literally right here. Oh my gosh. Wall of text, don't go. Hey, you're not allowed to consider the wall of text your waifu. That's rude. The streamer is right here, so don't call me your waifu either. Your forehead's in the way. Yeah, but the problem is if I move down, you guys are gonna be like, where do you now go? I can't see. Where's Yuno? It kind of looks like a whiteboard with a presentation. Yeah, exactly. That is the current vibe we're going for now, apparently. Are you telling me a lot of text, John? Man. Move to the side? So demanding. Can't have anything in this house. Is this better? Do you like this better? Don't be parasocial. Man! What the frick happened to the side of the room, please? Oh my gosh. Alright. Enough of this. I'm covering you guys now. You're invisible. Move your model 50% upwards? Oh, I see. I see what's going on here. Welcome to the leg stream. Welcome to the leg stream. As chat just goes monkey. Everyone was like panicking and now there's just... What is this stream? I'm never gonna get to read this marshmallow because you guys are so weird. I understand the universe. Anyway. Let's just read this marshmallow so we can move on. Submission for the underrated favorites thing. IDK how specific you wanted it to be, so just gonna list a couple things. Underrated favorite anime. Review Starlight. That's fair. I think there were like a decent number of people that were like interested in Review Starlight, but I don't know that many people had actually watched it. I don't remember what the overall consensus was. But I heard it was pretty good. It's something I've been kind of wondering about watching, but I heard it's like very sad, and I have to like emotionally prepare myself for really sad anime, so I have to be mentally ready. And I haven't been mentally ready recently. Okay. Underrated favorite Disney live-action remake. Race to Witch Mountain, the one with the rock. I never saw this. I could have sworn I liked the... I could have sworn I knew the name, but I don't think I've ever seen this. It doesn't sound familiar, actually. Like, it sounds familiar, but it also doesn't sound familiar. Do you know what I mean? Review still has a pretty solid fan base to this day. That's what I thought, but like I don't remember what people's like overall consensus was of the anime. And I know it got like a gacha game and stuff too. I don't know how well the gacha game did though. Can you move your model 50% up again? No. No, I cannot. You get thighs and that's it, because I know what you're asking for right now. You got camera movement? You got camera movement money? I'm joking. People love the anime to the point they moved mountains for it? Oh. Don't you tisk me. What about 180 degrees counterclockwise? I hate this house. Underrated favorite FPS game. COD. It's fun. I see. COD means Call of Duty, I assume. I've never really been into FPS games. Not really something I regularly consume. So I can't say anything. Be like that. I'll pay the fine tax every stream. Please! I'm joking. Heavily depends on which COD. I see. You're right, though, that it's like the first thing I think of when it comes to FPS games, so I don't know about it being underrated. But maybe it does depend on the game. I guess there's multiple games? I wouldn't know. Ha 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 ha. You know what anime is underrated? Precone Redive, good silly show. I played Precone the mobile game. Very sad when it shut down. I wanted to watch the anime though. I'm like building up this list of watch-alongs we're going to do. Hi, welcome to Onigashi Manime, where we just watch anime a bunch forever, and that is all my members' only content is. I'm joking. It would literally be only watch-alongs. Never noticed how long your hair is? Yeah, it's pretty long, huh? Isn't it pretty? Don't I have very pretty hair? Okay. Underrated favorite pizza. Hawaiian. Yummy. Okay. Sure, you're allowed to like Hawaiian pizza. That's your choice, man. We've already discussed pineapple on pizza before this, but yeah. You are allowed to like it if you want to. I haven't really liked pineapple on pizza when I have tried it, but as long as you enjoy it, that's great. Heck yeah. Okay. Underrated favorite ASMR. Valley Girl ASMR. It's funny to listen to. Huh? Is that like a genre? I'm sure people have done Valley Girl as like a meme, but does that really count as like a genre though? Huh? I don't... What do you mean it's our time to shine? What do you mean by this? Aren't all ASMR genres memes? Are they? Never seen it as a genre, just a themed ASMR? Time to corner the market. I'm good. I don't know if that's the market I want to corner. It depends. I think you can do ASMR really well, but like... I don't know, man. You know Valley Girl ASMR confirmed. I said this before during my writing stream, but like, when I interpret Valley Girl, it just kind of comes out Gyaru. So like, yeah, there's going to be Gyaru ASMR in the future, but I don't know if I'm gonna get like explicitly Valley Girl. I don't know if Valley Girl's really my thing. It's not really, something I feel confident that I can do. I mean, it's possible, but... Oh.
Thank you so much.
Pira, thank you for the $5 donation. Hello, yes, here is the thigh tax. Onigato for the thigh. Wait, I kind of like Onigato. Hold up. I kind of like that. I like that, actually. Cute. Even with VTubers I like, I can't watch their ASMR streams, just not for me. That's why I'm starting out with, edited videos for ASMR. I'm not doing ASMR streams just yet. I don't know if I would ever do a full stream. I think I have a problem, especially because my laugh is kind of loud. I don't know if I could, do a whole stream in ASMR. I feel like, I'd ruin it because then I would laugh. I would do my dumb little cackle, and it would peak the mic, and you guys would die. You would just explode. Your eardrums would rupture. It would be so over so fast. Like, I don't think I can keep my laugh quiet. Doing a script for ASMR is easier and usually better quality than live ASMR. I think some people are really good at live ASMR, though. I just don't know if it would be my thing. I'd get very shy. The giggle is good, just do it quietly. Oh gosh. I don't know if I could do that. I would just be like... But even that still feels too loud. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't sound right. I don't think I could do it. I think I'd get too caught up in my giggles. I don't think that would happen. Death by Oni would look cool on my gravestone. I'm glad you think so? Question mark? You just have a hearty laugh? That's one way to look at it. I just think I sound a little silly. Okay. Underrated favorite human turned half Oni that was banished to Onigashima so far. Hey! Hey! Who is Yuno Hanaki? Sorry, I'm taking away thigh time. Who? Who? Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Who is Haniki? Literally unreadable. Who is Haniki? Because it's not me. Mad. I can't think of any other half Onis at the moment. Really? You can't think of any other half Onis, huh? Just Yuno Hanaki? Really? Is that so? That's crazy. I can't believe you don't know any other half Onis that were banished to Onigashima. That's crazy. Wow. Who would have thought? Literally unreadable text. Unreadable. are you guys talking about Haniki having a goatee? This sucks. You guys shouldn't be giving any more thought to other people. Underrated favorite upcoming movie. Garfield. I will enjoy it despite Chris Pratt being in it. Was that not a meme? Was he, like, actually cast in it? I actually didn't know. I thought it was a meme. I thought people were saying that he was going to be cast as Garfield as, like, memes and jokes. Did he, like, actually get cast? Bruh. I guess he's really, starting to pop up as a voice actor? Question mark? Question mark? He is cast and the trailer is out? I see. I see. I wish I didn't see, but I see. How is it underrated if it hasn't even come out yet? Well, I mean, they did specify that it's favorite upcoming movie. So I guess it's like the upcoming movie that they're most interested in, even though it seems like most people aren't gonna like it, I guess? I don't know. I'll let it pass. Underrated favorite thing about Tales of Symphonia so far. Saving the seals. And then they included a whale emoji. Clearly you don't even know what a seal is. Literally unreadable. Literally unreadable text. Doesn't even know his own animals. Thanks, man. Anyway, that sure was a list, wasn't it? Who the frick is Haniki? Had enough of this. Rude. The disrespect. The dishonor. How could you? This is a seal? No, it's not! You guys can't keep confusing your seals and your whales! Send that to Nami-senpai? Do I have to? Haniki would agree to save the seals? Well, why don't you go watch Haniki's stream, then? You like Haniki so much, why don't you just go watch her? Why don't you just go watch her? Rude. Object revolution. Shut up! Worst meme. Object revolution. It sounds like a JRPG move. Object revolution. Pretty hardcore. Worst meme said while laughing. I didn't say that even though it's the worst meme, I wouldn't laugh. I'm just saying it's bad. It's like laughing at a really bad joke. Okay. We just have 2 more. We're almost done. At least with the marshmallows. Bum 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 bum. OMG, you said that like a Tales character? It's almost like I play Tales games a lot or something. Object revolution! I did say I want to be a voice actor, you know. Makes sense that I can do it on command. Here we got Puffy Seal, Yellowish Seal, Fast Seal, Big Seal, Fat Seal, and Angie Seal. That's so true. I'm so glad you know your sea animals. What did you miss? You know, people don't understand what sea animals are. And apparently they're fans of people named Yuno Hanaki instead of you know, other Oni. I want you to know that if you ever get put into a game, Object Revolution will be your special cast out. So, like, what would the spell be? Would it not just be, like, me disappearing from view? Like, it's what triggers my stealth? Like, I go invisible, and then I just, like, appear behind the enemy and I'm able to attack them? Honestly, kind of amazing. Or, like, if I'm using the battle fans, right? Because we've talked about how my weapon would be, like, a Tessen or, like, a battle fan. Maybe I, like, throw it kind of like a chakram, and then when I activate Object Revolution, it, like, disappears, so you can't see it coming, and then it's just a bunch of invisible slashes. Here you go. There's your idea. There's your JRPG move idea. Object Revolution is the new Demon Fang. Nothing can replace Demon Fang. I appreciate your attempt at it, but nothing can replace Demon Fang. Yeah, write that down, write that down. Okay. While you read this tomorrow, Demon Fang has been used 40 times. Exactly! Exactly. You get it. Okay. Where do I put this? Up here, I guess? Sure. Alright. Doom 3 is the most underrated game in the Doom franchise, in my opinion. I'm even willing to call it better than Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal, but I'm not crazy, so I won't. Crazy take, bad take. If there is a Yuno Hanaki, is there a Yuno Onesan? You wish. I'm sure you wish. You'll get a hint of that in the future, though. Bad take. Spicy take? I see. I've never played any Doom games, so this is another one where I can't really offer an opinion. But I remember a lot of people really liked Doom Eternal, so that feels... I can see why that would be spicy. Doom 3 was a nice game for that time. I see. Doom 2016 and Eternal are miles better than 3. If you have ever looked at a pitch black screen, you would play Doom 3. Whoa. Whoa. 3 is still a good game. It's pretty bad. I'm getting a lot of mixed opinions in here, though it seems the majority are leaning negative. Again, this isn't really one I can say much about because I never played Doom games. Doom Eternal looked pretty cool, though. Like, when I saw gameplay of it. It's just not really the kind of game that I would play. Doom 3 tried to go for a more horror angle and is generally regarded as one of the weaker games in the franchise. Oh, interesting. More horror, huh? Yeah, I always thought the point of Doom was just to like relish in the carnage. Like relishing in the violence. I don't know if I would like if it took a horror angle either. I think that would be refreshing because it would be different from the normal formula, but like I can see why people wouldn't like it. It involves killing your cousins, the demons. Something like that. Yeah. That's what I understood about Doom, even though I never played it. That there's just, like, joy in the carnage. If the normal formula works, don't change it. I don't think that there's a problem with, like, experimenting. I just think that, like, I agree that if it doesn't work, though, you probably shouldn't keep trying to force it. It could have been a perfectly fine game. It just was in the Doom series, which has different expectations. Imagine a Tales game without battles. Huh. Interesting. I guess that would just be kind of like a visual novel, but not really. Because there would still be, like, the travel element, I guess. There would just be no monsters. Off-screen combat. Kind of weird. The problem is the horror angle they went for was constant monster closets and a very poorly thought out flashlight mechanic. Ugh, I hate bad flashlight mechanics. Those are the worst. You don't want to play a horror game that doesn't have, like, a good flashlight mechanic. That's gross. I can understand why you wouldn't like that then. It was the style at the time. That makes sense. I guess if they were trying to experiment with things that were, like, I don't want to say trending, but if they were trying to fit their game into the existing style that was, like, considered popular, I guess that makes sense. But still, shame that it was, like, poor execution. Kind of unfortunate. But yeah, I think if you have a very specific expectation of, a game, if it ends up being, like, the exact opposite, or, like, a vibe that doesn't really work for what it's supposed to be, then it's kind of bad. Sometimes if it's drastically different, though, it can be funny, but that's when you have to, like, embrace the fact that it's funny that it's doing this and not try to take it seriously. Like, if you wanted to take a horror game and turn it into, like, a ironic visual novel or something, like an ironic dating sim. That's where it's like, okay, as long as you're, like, playing into the fact that it's, like, polar opposite to the point that it's funny. But I don't know. I understand where you guys are coming from, basically. I don't know if I would ever try, like, a Doom game. Not really my thing. That was something Dead by Daylight did, I think? That makes sense. I think Dead by Daylight is kind of pretty good at embracing its silliness. Why would I say that? Please, use your ears. Clear them out a little bit. Okay. Last one. This one is very short, but very, sweet. Kinda literally. At least I think this is the last one. I'll probably do one more refresh just to make sure I didn't miss any. Can I, it's doing that thing where it freezes again. Please. Work with me here. Oh, there is one more. Okay, so there's two, I guess. This one and then one more. A last-minute submission. Gasp. The way I feel about it is that new spins on gameplay are fine as long as they're not mainline games. I love Metal Gear Rising, but I would never want MGS to play like it. That makes sense. Only toasty mellows, not frozen ones. Oh, I look like I am lagging a little bit. Why am I lagging? Stop lagging, please. I think I'm okay now. I look like I froze real bad. No way submitting at the last possible moment. I see you guys are procrastinators. It be like that. Okay. Vanilla is underrated. Is this about the flavor? The wall of text is consuming all the RAM. I hope not. My setup honestly isn't that bad. It shouldn't be lagging over an image. I think it was just lagging a bit because I itched my nose. Anyways. True, based, true, tomatoes. It's rated correctly as mid. Flavor and genre both good. Ice cream flavor so true. Vanilla is a fire flavor. Ice cream was about romance. That's like, that's why I kind of wanted to clarify. Cause like, vanilla as a flavor, I don't know if I would call it underrated. I think more people like it than you would expect. I don't know if underrated is the term. Although I guess I can see where you're coming from. If we go back to our definition from the beginning of the stream, where it's like something that is really good, but not many people appreciate the good things about it, I guess I can kind of get it. But, I don't know, for me, I just don't really think about vanilla like that. Vanilla is considered a boring flavor, but vanilla is used in some amount in virtually all flavors, since it's fine on its own and also enhances others. This is true. I think that vanilla is, like, a really good core flavor. You can say this both about, like, the taste flavor and then, like, the romance flavor, if we want to go back to vanilla and romance. I think that if you can't have, like, a little bit of vanilla in, like, everything, then I don't think it's good. You have to have, like, some sort of vanilla to it in order for it to be kind of good, in my opinion. So to that end, yeah, I would probably say it's underrated. I don't think I've ever met a vanilla hater. I think I've seen people who don't prefer vanilla, but I don't think I've ever experienced a vanilla hater. Did the stream just full lag? Oh no. Did it? I hope it didn't. Vanilla is not bad nor good to me, it's just basic. It's not that that's a bad thing. Yeah, I think I would agree with that. I just don't go out of my way to consume vanilla. Okay, good. Phew. I was about to panic. I was like, oh no. Please, I was joking. I don't want the PNG to cause me to lag. I hate vanilla anime because it always becomes a love triangle at one point. I don't think I agree with that. I think the whole point of a vanilla anime is the fact that, like, what's it called? I think that, the point of a vanilla anime is that they try to avoid, that sort of conflict. Yeah, there's, like, a very basic, oh, this is going to happen, there is going to be a misunderstanding, plot point. But it's not always a love triangle. I think for, like, vanilla anime, if we're talking about, like, vanilla romance stories, it's usually just a, like, perceived jealousy. It's not, like, a literal love triangle. It's usually just a misunderstanding. Usually on the side of the girl. I wish it wasn't like that. But, like, usually, I think it's more of a misunderstanding plot than it is, like, an actual love triangle. Also, this is a hot take, but I don't think what is portrayed in anime is actually a love triangle. I don't think it's a love triangle. I think it's a love V, because it's usually two people vying for the affection of the same person, or it's one person having a crush on two people at once. If it was a triangle, it would actually be connected between, like, all three people in a way that makes it a closed shape. It's always like a V. Or like a line. Yeah, I would agree that it's also a line. If it was a triangle, then that would mean that there'd have to be a connection between, like, the other two parties. I don't think... To me, it doesn't really seem like a, love triangle. Can you rotate clockwise 90 degrees? No. Love angle? Yeah, something like that. It's something that always kind of bothered me. I don't like when they called it... I never liked when they called it a love triangle, because it never felt accurate. I always just kind of wished it was like a love V. Because that's the better explanation, because usually there's no connection between the, like, two other people in the equation. Classically, a triangle would be person A wants person B, and person B wants C, and they want person A. Exactly! But, like, every time people talk about, oh, the love triangle in this shoujo anime, it's because, like, two guys like the same girl, but they don't have a connection between them. But, like, where's the connection there? It needs to be a closed shape. But that's just my opinion. Yeah, it would have to be that kind of triangle. I wish there were more series that actually executed a proper love triangle. Where it, like, actually completes the shape. In my opinion. I think that would be a little bit spicy. In a good way. The shape is closed in the fanfics. Yeah, it's closed in my fanfics. The ones that I write. Anyways. Let's move on to the last one. Getting the screenshot. Bum 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 bum. Doody doody doo doo doo. Crazy. Yuno demands the spice. I want the flavor. It doesn't even have to be like a spicy spice. Just give me like a cinnamon spice. Give me like a cinnamon sugar, bro. Come on. Just give me something. Okay. Back on the topic of romances, it seems. One of my favorite underrated things actually are slow burn stories in general. People usually don't give a lot of attention to them because they don't have quick pacing and kind of demand you to pay attention. Another thing I feel is super underrated is mundane situations in media. I wonder who wrote that one. I see, I see. I do agree, I love a good slow burn. But I'm also a bit impatient. I think that you have to be really good at pacing in order to write a good slow burn. I know that sounds ironic, right? But I think that when you are creating a slow burn story, like a slow burn narrative, you have to be good at giving just enough crumbs to make you interested in seeing where it goes. Sometimes if you watch a slow burn, it goes too slow, and then that can get really frustrating. It feels like there's no progress being made. If you want a good slow burn, there has to be just enough progress that you can tell that they are making progress, but also it can't be too much progress because then it's no longer a slow burn. But I do think that, like, slow burn can be a little bit underrated because people want to see romance kind of, like, blossom very fast. They want to be caught up in the whirlwind of the romance. But I think that slow burn has its place. Yes, and actually deliver at the end, too. Also true! There are so many times where the pacing will be so good, but then they still don't deliver. They still won't deliver. Because they're thinking about, like, sequel baiting, I think is usually the problem. They'll be like, oh, we'll just have it happen in Season 2. But then they don't get a Season 2, and you end up, like, really mad about it. Because they never got the closure that they deserved. As we have talked about, I really don't like open endings or like cliffhangers or anything of the sort, so when that happens in something that I like they purposefully didn't close something off because they were hoping they were gonna get a sequel, I get so mad. I get so mad. I wasted all that time. Ugh. Awful. Stop making fun of me! I don't know why I said delivel! Can't believe this. New word unlocked, I guess. Delivel. What does that even mean? I don't even know what I was smushing together there. I just didn't say deliver right. Delivel. Kinda silly. Delivel. Please. As for mundane situations in media, I think I also agree with that one. I really like mundane, stories. It's probably why I go towards more like realistic fiction and like things that are set more in modern day. I don't mind a good historical, I don't mind a good high fantasy, but I really like the mundane stuff. I like when mundane things are happening between characters, like mundane office life or mundane life at home. It's just really cute. Something about it feels very cozy. Going back to that idea of like Iyashikei genres where like you feel just very cozy in the experience. If it's like experiencing characters cooking or characters like doing chores around their house or like that kind of thing, or even just like going shopping, that sort of stuff. You really get to see, like was said in chat, it's like you get to see these little bits of the characters you don't normally see in the more like high tension situations. it's really nice to see more of the mundane stuff. I think more series should consider, like, sprinkling it in. Obviously, you don't want, too much of it, because then it gets a little bit, like, cluttered. And that would be considered borderline filler. But I think if you can sprinkle it in, like, balanced amounts, that can be really beneficial for characterizing people in a show, or in, like, a book or a manga or a whatever. He sure can fight, but man, he does not know how to grocery shop. That sounds like a character I would like, if we're being real. I think that would be the character that's my favorite. I'm just like, wow, he's really good at combat, but he doesn't know how to find discounts at the grocery store. Don't worry. I'm really good at finding discounts. It really lets the characters show their delivel. Delivel doesn't work like that. Delivel is a verb. If you're going to make fun of me for my little word slip-up, you have to use it in the proper context. Delivel is a verb. The only good at one thing characters are always so funny is the mundane things bring that little bit of extra comedy. Yeah, exactly. It's so good. I love those kinds of characters. I love when you find out that their weakness is something very, like, mundane and silly. So good. Or even the opposite, where, like, they're really good at, like, this one, like, violent thing, and then... and then they end up being, like, really good at something super domestic, too. I love that. That is Gap Moe. You will love The Way of the House Husband, then it deliver what you like. Shut up! But yes, I did actually love Way of the House Husband. Such a good show. I loved it so much. So funny. Iconic, honestly. I loved that it wasn't even just him that was like that. It was like everybody that was also, like, still active in the Yakuza. The fact that they were all, like, still actively involved in, like, these gang fights, but still were able to bond over, like, their dogs and, like, other dumb stuff like that. So funny. So funny. But yeah, I agree. We need to see more mundane situations, and I agree that slow burn should be appreciated more. It's just that we need to get people to learn how to pace their stories right in order for a slow burn to actually be really good. Okay, I'm doing one last refresh to see if there's any other submissions. Oh, there is! I don't know if I want to read this one. Ugh. But I'll be really mad at myself if I'm not fair. So I'll do it. I guess. This is really gonna be the last one, though. So no more after this, please. Is it cursed? Is it unbased? Something interesting? Underrated Onis. Yuno Hanaki and Yuno Haniki. Why are you talking to other Oni? Why are you talking to them? Why? Don't do it. I'm literally right here. You don't need anybody else. Please. I'm right here. This is going directly into the garbage. Goodbye. You're going in the trash. Goodbye. You're hitting the super trash. Into the garbage with you. She's literally the one and Oni. Yeah! Did you forget my whole branding, bro? I'm literally the one and Oni. How dare you? Not the super garbage. Super garbage! Dust box, shoot! I hate this place. None of you deserve nice things. Messed up, sick and twisted behavior. Shut up about Hanaki! She's not even real! Man! I hate this. She's real in my heart. What do you mean? Awful. She's actually your alternate personality from another universe, but she's still 145 centimeters. Well, at least she isn't like 6 foot. I'll take it, I guess. Hanaki is real. I'll even write a song about it. Why? She turns up whenever you leave view, which is why we got so scared. I don't know about all that. Anyways. This sure was a stream, huh? Good discussion, though. I feel like we learned a lot about everybody's underrated favorites. I have some things that I'm interested in checking out now, since we talked about it. One of the streams of all time. Yeah! That's the goal, man. I always wanted to be one of the streams. We are strangely on topic overall. I'm pretty good at steering the conversation, I think. I think I'm very good at keeping it all on topic. That's so tomatoes of you. Why are you saying tomatoes like that? You say this a lot and it concerns me because I don't know how else to describe it. I don't want to be like, teehee, this is such a fun stream, you guys. And I also don't want to be like, this was the worst stream of my life. I'm so tired. Like, how else am I supposed to express how I feel? This is just a stream. This was a stream. Very much an OniMon. But no, jokes aside, I did have fun. Do that deep voice again? Oh my gosh. You can't tell me you're actually into the, like, serious, tired, dead Yuno voice. This is exhausting. You can't honestly like this voice. In what universe? Why am I getting a nice? You sound like you just want to throw us out a window. I see. I'm learning things about you guys. That's Yuno Hanaki's voice. You guys think Yuno Hanaki is like tired of you? Is that it? Is that it? It's not a phase. God. This stream was important because we finally worked out how to keep you on screen in defiance of walls of text. I suppose that's true. Hanaki is a dude bro? I see. So you guys are more interested in a dude bro than in a cute girl? I see. I love that for you. I hope that makes you happy. The overworked OL voice? Man. Might be a little too real then. Don't you be spinning this? Oh no, I can spin this wherever I want. You guys are just my little spinning toy. I will call you Aniki from now on. I mean, that's fine. I've actually been called Big Brother by friends before. Specifically, like, Nissan. So it's fine by me. Yuno Hanaki would not drink shower water. I always wanted to be a Beyblade. I love this for you. Never stop chasing your dreams. You can become a Beyblade if you really want. Okay, okay. Alright, so we are going to call this stream here. Thank you for... Thank you for the cute. But thank you so much for hanging out today. Chatting as always about various topics. Well, we stayed mostly on topic today. I'd say we were batting an average of like 85% on topic. We did pretty good. I'm not gonna disappear. I exist on like other social media. I'm not gone forever. Guys, I'm literally streaming like so much this week. You can't act like this. You are such babies. Anyways, so tomorrow, I'm sure you guys have seen, but tomorrow, Kaya and I are going to be taste testing baby food. It was said as a joke, and then she messaged me almost immediately after the stream where we joked about it, and she was like, so when are you buying baby food? So, we discussed it. I don't know when she's getting a hold of hers, but I've already gotten a hold of mine. I'm trying to figure out if we're going to do anything else besides taste test the baby food, or if it's just gonna be us cringing at baby food. But, yeah. Kaya's unparalleled ability to commit to the bit. Literally, so true. The real joke was that you didn't think she was serious? No, I kind of had a feeling. I was serious at the very least. So the fact that she was willing to match me on it, she didn't back down. But honestly, it's gonna be a stream, for sure. The continuation of it being a stream. Whatever you don't finish, we'll take. Please don't say that. That's kind of icky. But yeah, we're gonna be doing that tomorrow. It will be, my time slot. I'll be hosting it. So, you guys can expect to see her with me tomorrow. We'll be goofing around, being a little bit silly. I got some really weird flavors. I hope you're prepared for the, true weirdness of the flavors that I am about to be subjecting myself to. I did not realize some of these existed as baby food flavors. I'm scared. How many flavors can baby food even come in? You'd be surprised. Because I sure was when I was getting it. Don't forget to play Buff Glaceon. Oh, you bet. I'm definitely gonna check it out. By the way, you know your ending screen is very nice. Thank you! Shino-san is a really good artist. I don't know if you guys use Skeb or anything, but I love Shino-san's art. I just called her Yuno because I was thinking about her drawing of me. I'm sorry. I'm dumb. Anyway, Shino-san's art is incredible. I have her linked in my stream description as well, but you should absolutely consider commissioning her on Skeb. She keeps them open, I think, for the most part. Me shilling an artist that I love very, very much. Yeah, her requests are open. They're a little, I don't want to say that they're like a little pricey, but yeah, you should absolutely, consider shooting her a commission if you like to skeb, if you enjoy skebbing. But yeah, I love Shino-san's art. She was the one that drew the ending screen. Obviously, I also love Ren-san, who drew my loading screen. But yeah. I was legit expecting you to straight up end after the compliment to the ending screen going, you like it, here it is. No! I want to do a proper goodbye. But yeah, I love Shino-san's art. You guys should absolutely consider commissioning her. Mm-mm-mm. Very good artist. Big fan. Okay. So, with that said, I will see you guys tomorrow for the baby food taste test stream. It's going to be very silly, probably. I hope you will enjoy it. And, after that is the anniversary stream. After that is the karaoke stream. And then I have the day off. And then it's Anime NYC. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Yeah, it is a very stacked week, and wait till you guys see next week. I was working on my schedule before this, and next week is also going to be pretty stacked. I hope you'll look forward to it. I'm very excited. Well, yeah. I will see you guys tomorrow here to test baby food. I'm looking forward to it, and also I'm kind of cringing, but it's gonna be good. It'll be a fun time. And I will see you guys, later. I hope you have a good rest of your time zone. Yunotsu!